Hello everybody, welcome to today's live stream. It is Wednesday the 25th of July. We are halfway through the week. June, not July, June. How dare I? It's June. Nearly July. We're nearly halfway through. Can you believe it? We're nearly halfway through, gang. It's a very important day today, in case you don't know. It's a very important day because we have a new moon in Cancer. So if you've been feeling a little bit out of sorts and a little bit wild, a little bit left field, that's what's happening. There's an answer for everything, gang, and it's definitely a new moon in Cancer. That's the issue. So I'll just wait for more of us to join, and then we'll see what's happening today. We will see what's happening today. It's 2 o'clock where I am. I am in Los Angeles. I believe it's 10 o'clock in the UK. I think I need to change these live stream times because this is to my UK audience, and hello guys, I'm in America. I'm trying to build a US audience. Like, it's no good me doing it at the wrong time. Guys are at work now, but I do like our little gang that we do this for. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Nice to have you here. I've been racking my brain trying to think of like what we could talk about today. Apart from my foundation line, look, I've nailed that, haven't I? I really nailed that. I put on a skin tint, and it's way darker than my face. So hello. This is what we're dealing with today. I could blend it in, or we could just leave it and be like, do you know what, show me a woman that hasn't matched the wrong foundation and I will show you a woman. Okay, every woman everywhere all the time. I wanted to try and come up. I loved our live stream last week, and we had a clear topic, and we spoke about it, and it worked really well. And I think you guys are enjoying the live streams. Like, the feedback that I'm getting is that you're enjoying them, that you like them, that, you know, whatever. I don't know how. I don't like them. I think this, me just talking at you for an hour, I watch them back, right? I watch our live streams back and our chats back, and I'm like, oh, that was a really good conversation. Like, we had a really good chat there. Like, we did really well there. We talked about loads of stuff there. That was really interesting, and you guys are very funny and very insightful. But every day I don't like feeling stressed about like, what am I going to talk about? And then I'm like, I don't have to do this. I decided to do, you guys didn't ask for this. Nobody wants a live stream. We don't need to live stream. And then I thought, am I better off just doing this like once a week? Should we just move this to once a week, and then we can catch up, and then I can actually talk to you stuff that makes sense, rather than trying to do it 4 times a week and be like, what are we talking about? I've got no idea. I'm very aware of my foundation at the moment looking absolute awful. Can we just whatever. I'd like your feedback. What's our topic today? Once a week would work. It must be hard for you with so much at the moment. So next week I have my show starting, and I'm going to be dead when my show starts. And I'm very aware that I don't know how I'm going to do the live streams when I have my show starting. But I'm also aware that, like, I'm trying to grow my Patreon, and my Patreon is growing because people are finding me on these live streams. And we've had some great chats. I don't want you guys to be bored, and I don't want to release content that's boring. And I feel like this is boring. So that's what we're talking about today. Are you ready for me to drop a bombshell? You think about, right, SA, and you think like how many people deal with is Jill watching? Hi Jill. Hi Fine Finch, how are you? I was thinking today, right, about SA. Are you having a good time? 2 points before I go any further. Number 1, stalkers are weird. Information is weird, so we keep information to ourselves, and we keep things to ourselves. I've had some really weird experiences with people overstepping the mark, of contacting people that I'm like, why are you contacting them? And it's because I've interacted with them, and some people are. So anyway, hi girls. Anyway, I was thinking about SA, right? And fine, you've had a stalker for 3 years. It's made me really paranoid about who I let in, who I speak to, and how warm and open I am with you lot, and how open and receptive I am to people that reach out to me, because I'm very like guarded. And I didn't used to be. I used to be quite like, woohoo, everybody. And now I'm like, no. And it's a good thing, right? Anyway, I was thinking about SA and how many women have been. And then I don't think you can meet a single woman on the planet that hasn't got a horror story or hasn't got a situation where even if it's not an outright horror story, they won't be able to say, oh, actually, if I think about that situation, yeah, that was really inappropriate and uncomfortable. If I think about this situation, I think it was really uncomfortable. So even though a lot of women don't like to think of themselves as somebody that's ever been a victim of something so horrific, I don't think if you ask any woman ever, because I was speaking to a friend about this the other day, and I was like, oh, there was that situation in Thingy where this happened. She was like, what? So that's essentially that's, and I was like, oh, when you put it like that, yeah, it is. But because I was younger, I totally dismissed it as not. And so for me, the undercurrent of how prevalent SA is tells us that we have like a huge problem. And we talk about misogyny and all these things. It's a huge problem. And I was reading about Laura Bates has this incredible book about AI and how it's ruining everything, right? And in our house, she talks about S-dolls. Michaela Cole's I May Destroy You handles it so well. Like, I didn't know that graping could also be if you don't use a thing. Yeah, like I didn't know if you've been asked to and you don't. That's also, like, I didn't know it's important that we know these things, right? Laura Bates, in her book about AI, I'm going to stop eating these because these are off-putting. Sorry. Talks about the huge growth there is at the moment in S-dolls. Huge growth in it. And I know, right? They're really good. And she went to some S-doll places to go see what they're like and see what's going on and see what's, what it's like. And the S-dolls have all been pretty horribly hijacked and abused, like to a really nasty extent. And she talks about what some guys would be willing to do when nobody's watching, and they're willing to do it to a doll, which means that they want to do it to a real person. Helen says, imagine that TikTok was saying about there were battered men's shelters and how ridiculous that sounds. My eldest graduated in AI but refuses to work for questionable companies. And so she talks about these dolls and how they're used and how they're left. Like, so she finds them. So like, she pretends to be a client. She goes in, she spends time with this doll, and the doll is like, they've bitten parts of her body off. They've destroyed it. They've scratched it. They've marked it. They've beaten it. Like, they've like totally attacked it. These dolls. And the argument is, well, this is good because if they're doing it to dolls, at least they're not doing it to girls. And some of the information was really disgusting. And it talks about how the dolls are, some of the most prominent dolls are dolls of children, right? Some of those are really popular children. And especially schoolgirl fantasies and being dressed as a schoolgirl and acting like a schoolgirl. And they can have settings, they now have settings where they can put in, if you have comments that have got nothing to do with what I'm talking about, I really don't have time. And so what they talk about is, they have settings now where they can make the doll less, how do I say this in a way that doesn't get less receptive to you. So you can have a doll that is, you program it to be more stiff, more resistant to you, thus fulfilling a fantasy of unwanted. And men pay for these things. They pay for it, right? And it's a huge growing service. It's a huge growing thing. And she talks about AI, and she talks about the number of websites and pages there are out there, and how many people are doxxed, and how many people are having fake AI and having fake things taken of them. And how, do you remember a few years ago we had it in, there was a few Hollywood actresses that had like their private pictures taken and shared online. And the attention is always on the victim. It's always on the victim. It's never on the perpetrators. It's always like, well, why is she taking photos of herself like that anyway, right? Rather than, how dare you share that information? I have got a point. I am getting to a point, I promise. So you've got this undergrowth of AI. You speak to any woman in the world, I think, and you ask them, have you got an experience with SA? And they might say no. And then you would get them to talk about experiences with guys that have made them uncomfortable. And you literally, in my opinion, you scratch the surface And you can come up with 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 examples where you were made to feel incredibly uncomfortable and you weren't happy where you were at and it wasn't appropriate. So even though in your head you don't associate that, you can come up with that, right? So there's this whole underbelly of this, and now corn, we're not doing corn jokes, now corn has become more and more extreme, and AI is being used, and it's becoming so wild, like I love corn, corn's great, like it's cool, and then you see some stuff and you're like, oh god, not that, no, like by all means do your thing, but not that, like that's horrific, like it's too much. And I think I would hate to be a child in these days, or a young woman or a young boy growing up and being like, this is what you think is sick. Like, no, like I love X is great, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's gorgeous. I think I saw a figure recently that it was a hospital thing, that more and more women are being brought into A&E because they've been by new partners. So when we have people in government that are in one of the most powerful positions in the country, if not the world, that have had not only SA allegations but grape allegations, running stuff, and we're aware of that and you know about it and whatever, but then you look at who's around them and who's working with them, and these are some of the most powerful, privileged positions to be in, really important positions. I find it incredibly disgusting and disturbing when two of these men have a conversation with each other, and when one goes, these two countries are acting like children, they're misbehaving, and the other's response is, that's when daddy needs to step in. To me, that just shows what a massive creep and pervert you are. Like, that's his corn. That's his freak off. That's his thing. That's how he sees women. Like, to call him dad, like, it's such a weird, irksome thing. It's not appropriate at all to talk like that. You could say, like, oh, that's when a parent should step in and be like, guys, stop misbehaving. That would have been the appropriate way to say it, if you were going to even say it at all. That would have been the appropriate way to say it. But to come in and say, that's what daddy, and these men are in charge, and you just go, how many of you are there out there? How many of you are there out there? You are everywhere. And it's relentless. And I'm so, like, in a way, I'm so glad it's coming to the surface. In a way, I'm really pleased that what we're seeing right now, as scary and terrifying as everything is, I'm really pleased that we are seeing a lifting of the Pandora's box to see all the rot underneath. I think Palestine's done that for us. Witnessing the first genocide in history. Sorry, being able to witness the first one in history, not the first one in history. I got my grammar wrong. You know what I meant. That has changed everything with what we're willing to put up with what we're willing to do, like with what we're willing to see, what we're willing to put up with. And how desperately we need communication with each other, grassroots campaigns. Not oil companies, not tech companies, not AI companies, not billionaires, grassroots campaign. And the guy that won the mayoral election in New York, what's his name? What's the guy that won? Let me find out his name. NYC mayor candidate. Zoran Mamdani, who won the thingy in New York. It's funny because what we're seeing is people up in arms and sharing memes about how New York is going to turn into everybody wearing hijabs, which I'm pretty sure is what the London mayor had to deal with when we got, what's his name? Why have I forgotten his name? What's our London mayor called? Cab says, you are so right. Keep on your path. It's a true and welcome inspiration in the world. What's the London mayor called? Somebody tell me. Sadiq Khan, of course. Thank you, Sadiq Khan. It's really interesting seeing, like, just the Islamophobia that's coming out. but also the fact that an underdog won, I think it's really exciting. My concern is, and I hate that I'm in this place, like I hate that I'm even in this place, is how many times have we seen candidates that you go, oh, it's really hopeful, it's a tide is changing, things are going to be different now, and then it's the same old, same old, same old. Like, so even with AOC, I was disappointed on her stance in Gaza that she didn't come out swinging sooner. And you're like, even you? And I know she has now, I get it, but even you? And then in the UK specifically, and listen, I love AOC, I think she's wonderful, brilliant, like whatever. I just was so surprised that more people weren't so forthright. Like Jill, what's her name, for the Green Party in the US, was very supportive back in the day. But in the UK, for example, we have Keir Starmer, who's a wet, flaccid sausage roll, right? And he is the Labour, he is the left, he is who people have voted for. And I think people were voting for him, not because they wanted him, they just didn't want the Tories, and so he won. That was it. In fact, I'm pretty sure Jeremy Corbyn got more votes than Keir Starmer did. And so, and then Keir is just Tories, he's just Tories again. And I guess my worry is, this Zainab guy, it's not Zainab, is it? What's his fucking name? Mayor, New NYC, what's his name? Zoran, Mamdini guy. I guess what I worry about is, A, if he comes through, is he going to really be able to put in the socialist stuff that he wants to? Is that really going to happen? Or is it just again of like the pretense or the pretext or the idea of change? Actually, there isn't anything. Because I would love to see radical. I would love to see radical. I would love to see radical. Like Jeremy Corbyn is radical, but also not, it's just socialist. Which, if you want to speak socialism, right, that's Jesus. Like all these people that are using the Bible to fucking make their decisions, and the Islamophobia is huge. And you look at Islamophobia and what they're using is like Sharia law and but they're religious texts and they're religious books and they're so extremist. And you're like, so are Christian fundamentalists. Christian fundamentalists, evangelical Christians. Guys, it's the same. Like, it's the same level of extremity. Politics, like, I know we're talking about politics and socialism because I couldn't think what to talk about. And so, like, I hope there is a change. And he was talking about the arts. And he was talking about, I saw a video of him talking about the arts and how it's really important to have the arts, not just at Museum Mile. And I'm an artist here, as you know. And I start my show on Tuesday, and I'm trying to do a one-woman show all about Mary Magdalene, about a woman that was written out of history and how different the world look if the Bible was translated by women. And I really believe in this idea with all my heart, that I am out here trying to put it on. And that's my version of being political. That's my version of, I mean, I can share other people's things and share it on Instagram and TikTok, whatever. But that's how I fight back with my art. And that's why I think my art resonates, and that's why I think this show is so important, because the show is based on the premise of women running the world, the fall of empires, and translating the Bible in a way that would work for all of us. And would you believe it, orgasms are at the forefront, and so is fucking community. So I'm trying to get up that off the ground. If you've liked any of these live streams, if they've brought you any joy and you're not already, come and do that. Come and join us on my Patreon, patreon.com/LouisaOmilan. Because I'm at a crossroads where I don't know whether to go back to the UK, which doesn't excite me, to be honest, because I don't know if this show will just, nothing will happen with it. I'm staying in LA. I've got a 5-week run of God is Woman the Musical. I hope it's 5 weeks. Like, I hope people come. Like, if nobody comes, then, you know, it's not going to be 5 weeks. I'm still on 7 ticket sales for Tuesday. We love you, Loopy Lou. Thank you very much. Helen says, women running the world, see the vision, believe it. Happy to be a patron. Thank you, Helen, so much for being a patron. You're a legend. And I really feel like it's the right time for this show. And so part of me got really excited when Mamdini got elected or got nominated, because I'm like, well, if that's what's going to happen in New York, maybe I shift and move to New York, because New York historically is the epicenter for theatre, for one-woman shows, for comedy, for stand-up. Like, New York is New York for that, still, hopefully. But do I want to stay in America when things like this are going around, right? Do I want to stay in America when things like this? Like, I don't know. And also, I can't afford it. Like, I'm not sure whether to, I don't know what to do. I genuinely don't know what to do. Loopy Lou says you could be diluted there, though. I'm diluted anyway. Like, you're diluted anywhere, right? I don't really worry about being diluted somewhere because I am good. And so as long as I have an opportunity to do what I do and put it on, I think the people that will come will like it. Like, because you can be diluted in London, you're diluted in London, diluted in Edinburgh, diluted anywhere you go, you're kind of diluted unless you're like, you know, have a fuck ton of people know your name. California to New York would be an epic road trip. See, and if I do go to New York, how the fuck does anybody afford New York? How does anybody afford New York? Like, why? Like, is the future to not go somewhere small and go to Krakow and build it there, put on your musical, get 10 people a week and just do that? And then I see the New York stuff and the New York news, and I see this guy win, and he's talking about artwork and how important art comes from communities, and I was like, mad salaries in New York City, similar in, I don't know the end of that sentence. Shabby says you can only try, Louisa. You can say that I did that was me. You can try, but how? How? Without money. How do you try it without money? Like, how do you make art without money? How do you survive without money? Like, how do you get it out there without money? How do you do it? Like, I'm lucky I've got my patrons. Like, if it wasn't for my patrons, I'd be like so screwed. I would have had to have left 2 months ago. And my Patreon money at the moment is putting food on the table. But it's not enough to cover bills and rent. So it would mean, like, okay, how do you do this? I don't know. A wish and a prayer. A wish and a prayer, Helen. A wish and a prayer. And there's also, I don't know, like, I've seen so much news recently, and I don't know about how you lot feel. I'm so overwhelmed with the news. And if I hear Alan, what's his name? Whatever his name is, it Alan Parnas, whatever his name is, saying one more fucking time, breaking news, sign up to my Substack, I think I'm going to put a gun to my head, because it's so stressful. Breaking news. It's so stressful living on edge like this, isn't it? We're not meant to live like this. We're not meant to live on edge like this. It's too much. And yesterday, I was chilling in the afternoon. I was cutting some edits here for TikTok, and I came across Pavarotti. And I was listening to Pavarotti, and I was like, people like that existed. Human beings are capable of incredible. Aaron Paranis, yes. Aaron, not Alan. People like Pavarotti existed. And like, he sang his Nessa Dorma tune, and it's so good. Like, it's no matter how many times you hear it, you're like, people like that existed. Like, human beings are capable of incredible things, so much talent, and I feel like we've so become swept in breaking news, and what it's doing is it's dysregulating us. I'm on edge, I'm not sleeping properly, I'm fucking not doing my art as much as I should be because I'm too fucking on edge. I'm assuming you guys are too. You either put your head in the sand and just keep working because you've got to put food on the table, or you look up a little bit, but you're like, I haven't got time to deal with that, so I'm just going to stay like this because I can't. So collectively, if we think of ourselves as one global beating brain, it's fried right now. And so what happens when our brains is fried is we become smaller, we become scared, we become nervous, everything becomes from a place of fear. And creativity and love can't grow in fear. It can't grow in fear. And there's almost a benefit, isn't there, to having us all feel afraid, I think. Because the only people that won't be afraid right now is people that go, I've got a fuck ton of money, I'll be fine. Like, I'll make a fortune when this kicks off. I've got a bunker, I've got a property in several different countries. I'm going to be fine. I can have more than enough food on the table. I can have 3 chefs. I'm fine for food. Let these fuckers rot. Like, they're the only ones that aren't scared. Whereas us, the bees, we are scared. So, actually, let's read some of your comments. Eek says, I drive around for work and end up listening to news on radio every couple of hours. Some days it just becomes too much. Totally understand. Lauren says, doom scrolling at 10 p.m. each night to soothe myself before bed, and I end up here in this madhouse. Welcome, welcome. So who does it benefit to have us scared? And then secondly to that, what's the antithesis to that? The antithesis to a nightmare is a bedtime fucking story. The antithesis to fear is to go, hey, I've got you, you're okay, you're safe, let me tell you a story. Let me share with you something that you will recognize yourself in and you will see a happy ever after. Let me share with you something that makes it feel familiar. Let me share with you a situation, a character, a person, a message, a lesson. Let me educate you with something. Let me entertain you with something. Let me empathize with you with something. Let me share with you a story. And then we go, that was nice. It's going to be okay. And that's what art does. That's literally what art does. We share stories. And that's what I want to do. I want to share Mary Magdalene's story. I want to get it out there. So I'm very grateful to my patrons, patreon.com/LouisaOmnan. I'm very grateful, and I'm really grateful to have the opportunity in Los Angeles to try and do the show every Tuesday in July. I hope you will come. I hope I can share this story, because for me, it's the only thing that I go, oh, that's going to ground me. That's going to make me go, because we recognise ourselves in it. But right now, I was flicking through Netflix yesterday, and I was going, I don't want to watch a war story. I don't want to watch a documentary about war. I don't want to watch a fucking other thing about other genocides. I don't want to watch a show where somebody gets murdered or dies. I also don't want to watch a ridiculous funny thing, because I don't want to be like, I can't engage with it because everything's on fire. And then I was like, what do I want to watch? And I was like, I want to watch the movie of God is Over the Musical. I want to watch my Mary Magdalene story, because it references what's happening now, but it also gives us some hope. It also gives us a solution. It's recognised, it's not ignoring the elephant in the room, it's looking at the elephant in the room and going, here it is back to you, and here's the hopeful bit. That's a Hollywood blockbuster right there. Good job, I'm in LA. Cabaret says we are ancestors healing each other. You are more powerful than you ever know. I think it's going to take kindness. It's going to take kindness and strength and community and light, I think. Anyway, your stories are God's work. You're translating misogyny and feminism for the masses. I hope so, Lauren. But how do you do that when it's a boys' club? I have to be, oh my god, guys, I have to be the Magdalene of musicals, the grassroots, because how you do it is you get men to invest in it, but men aren't going to invest in a show where they look like the bad guy. Rich, powerful men investing in a show that's like, rich, powerful men, you're all wankers. Look at this rich, powerful bitch. So what I need is rich, powerful bitches that are like, I see you. That's what I need. And do you know how that starts? One by one. Patreon.com. Patreon.com. I don't know who Matreon is. Where's Mulan when you need her? Exactly, Jekyll. Exactly. That's 10 so far. What's 10 so far? I really like peanut butter M&Ms. It should be Matreon.com, shouldn't it? It should be Matreon.com. What? Will says, once a week live stream, Louisa. I love this, but when you're on stage, you're going to be fried doing it all. Will, you don't know me. I told you I'm going to be fried. I've already said that to you. You just told me back what I've already said to you. Yes, I will be dead. I wish you could all come to the show. I wish you could all come to the show. I wish you could all come. I'd love you to be there. I'd love you to be there. Anyway, Dressed as corn on the cobs. Yes, can you all come as dressed as corn on the cobs? That'd be amazing. I don't know why my lips look so pinky. That's nice. When you tour, you'll be front row. So, okay, back to you. What do you guys want to discuss? Patreon only video of your show? Never, absolutely not. I'm not sharing a video of my show absolutely anywhere. No, Patreon is for behind the scenes. Everything's behind the scenes. The show is a live experience. I really cemented this last night. I love live so much. Live is everything. You got to go to bed. Go to bed, darling. Sleep well. I think there's going to be a real coming back to live work. I think people are going to be done with this. And you cannot create or capture magic like you do in the live room. You can't. Like yesterday we had a conversation about AI and comedy and how AI can replicate jokes, but it's not really the joke. Like it's not really the energy of the room. And I can't wait for you guys to feel the energy of the room. You guys are going to be amazing. I've got to stop eating these. I've got to stop. These are meant to last all week. These are meant to be like my, you know when you like a bit peckish and you want a snack. Stop taunting us with peanut butter. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, I genuinely don't have anything else to say. So is there, what do you guys think? I'll wait for your suggestions. Because flash goal for community, what's this? I swear to God, 2 gifters, no. All TikTok wants is to make money. That's all TikTok wants, is to make more money. It's so boring. How's Bernie? Bernie's doing great, thank you. Bernie's a legend. I'm very lucky to have my Bernie sausage. Oh, I love her so much. She's so beautiful. Do you ever look at something and just go, you're so beautiful, it's ridiculous. Like, she's got this lovely head, this lovely big fat black nose. Like, it's so big and fat. It's such a fat nose that it's so cute. It looks to you like this with her big eyes. Oh, I love her, and her big lips. Oh, she's so lovely. I could eat my little munchkin. I love her so much. She's the best doggy in the world. I'm so glad I met Bernie. I was very lucky to have her. I'm obsessed with her. You come up on my FYP a few times. Well, that's good to know, Ash. Thank you. I've seen you on TV over here in the UK. How's it going in the States? It's hard work. It's challenging, and it's scary, and it's... I don't know why I kind of feel like I want to stay. I don't know why I feel like I need to stay. Like with everything going on, I'm like, no, this needs to be here. And I'm like, why are you inserting yourself into drama? You don't need to be there. Go somewhere calm and peaceful, okay? You don't need to do your little feminist show, masterpiece, in the middle of a burning city right now, especially in the middle of a burning theatre one. And part of me's like, yeah, no, I do. I really fucking do. Like, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why, but that's kind of how I feel about it all. That's kind of how I feel about it all. And LA is, you know, it's unique. It's very, it's stunning. It's a beautiful place. Like, it's a beautiful, like, environmentally, it's stunning. Like, it's gorgeous. And the people here are either very, very authentic and cool, or literally walking corpses. And you're like, will you fucking, where is the life in you, mate? Like, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. Is it easy in the UK to make it work compared to the States? Depends what you mean by make it work. To get television, I don't know, because I've not done any TV in the States yet. In the UK, it's very, I would say it's challenging. Like, it's more and more things have been cut, more and more budgets have been cut, there's less and less opportunities. And if you watch comedy on TV in the last few years, it's always the same. It's always the same faces. It's rare that new talent gets through, and when it does, it's kind of limiting. And there's so much new talent that they're like, oh, this next new hot young thing, and then they just drop them, and it's weird. So yeah. But that's, I know I haven't got anything to say. That's why I think I should do less live streams. I think I should do one a week. Tremaine says, can you live in Brooklyn or Queens in New York? I don't know. What are they like? Do you know anything about New York? I don't know what they're like. I just want to live next to a park that I can walk there, and next to a gym that I can walk to. Because if I have to drive or get public transport to a gym, I won't go. So, can I live somewhere near a park? Ash says, I've noticed a few new comedians come through and then they run out of material. Nikki says, hey Louise, I hope you're okay. Hey Nikki, how are you? I'm good. How's the burn stuff? She's doing very well. I just did a little love letter to her. How she's beautiful. Apparently, huge manifestation night with a new moon, right? So if you've been feeling out of sorts recently, apparently it's the new moon in Cancer. It's going to be a big day for manifestation today. So you've got to really put out there what you want. I don't know how much I believe in manifestation. I don't know how much of it is like. I saw this really interesting concept yesterday, and in Bitter I used to do this line, and it says, "Oh, people always go, oh, it could be much better. It could be worse. Like you should be grateful. Write a gratitude journal. It could be worse." And I was like, yeah, it could also be a lot fucking better, right? And I think it's such a working class keep people in their lane mentality, because rich people don't feel like that. Rich people aren't grateful for shit. They want more all the time, right? And why should you not want more? Like, you've worked hard enough. Why would you not want a comfortable life with the effort that you put in? Why would you not want people to be happy and safe? Why would you not want your kids to be healthy and happy, right? And instead they're like, oh, gratitude journal. And so what you have is poor people that have been beaten down relentlessly. And I also think Catholicism got something to do with that. Like, my sin, in Polish it's moja wina, moja mazowieck, which is like my sin, forgive me for my sins. And it's this kind of like, oh, I'm such a bad person, I'm such a thank you. And it's so repressive. And who grows in that? Like, if you look at, for example, like kids, if you say to two children, right? If to one kid, you're like, you should be grateful for that. You should be grateful for that. You should be grateful for that. You're lucky to be here. That's just, like, you're a sinner and you're lucky to be here. You're lucky to be here. That kid's gonna be like, ugh. Whereas if you go to a kid and you're like, you're wonderful. Like, it's wonderful that you're doing all these wonderful things. Well done for trying that. That's beautiful. That didn't work. What would you like to do? Would you like to go for that? Would you like more of that? Cool. What steps can we get to you to work there? You don't give it to them, but you say, what can we do to get you there? What can we do to encourage you? I think you've got it within you to try. And if you fail, what would you like to do? Would you like to stop? Would you like to try again? That's how people grow. Surely. No? I don't know. I don't have children. I mean, I do have a hairy one, but that's about it. That's all I've got today, gang. I haven't got much today. I haven't got much in me for a live stream today. I need to start on rehearsing. I need to get rehearsing with my shows and start working on them. And I want to come back and talk to you when I've got, when I've got an exciting topic that we can all share. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Gratitude works for me because it centers me. That's good. I like that. This gratitude center. I think that, listen, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that. I think it's when it's pushed and it's too much and you have to. Like, people are having a horrible time. They're like, you should be gratitude, and you're like, I don't think that helps people. I don't know how many people that helps. Sorry, you're right. I don't know how many people it helps. Is there another alternative that is more helpful? Luna says you need to go on Joe Rogan. I'll just call him up. Hi Joe, I love your dog. Let's talk about dogs for an hour. It's very dismissive when somebody says you should be grateful. I think that's my point, Jackie. It's Jackie. Is it Jake? Jakey. Okay, I'll get it now. I think that's my point. Because they only say it to poor people that are struggling. Like, I think you should say it to rich people. Like, I think rich people should have a gratitude diary. Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, I think you should be forced to have a gratitude diary and be grateful every fucking day for what you've got. Yes. But to push it on, like, people that are, like, working every hour God sends and barely getting by. You need a gratitude. Like, really? What they need is some infrastructure to make sure that they can see a doctor when they need, to have a roof over their head, make sure the water's clean and fucking food on the table. That's what they need. Not like a, SR Jones says, I love that view on gratitude. I saw a breast cancer sufferer and she hated the forced positivity. Exactly. Lauren says she hates being forced to smile. T says, stop the huge variations for wealthy. Absolutely, like I say in bitter, like, oh, they say it could be a lot worse. Yeah, it could also be a lot of fucking better. Like, and do you know what I did the other day? That was my own little rebellion. Because Lauren, you just reminded me of this. I was walking down the street, and there was two guys there in a van, and they like clocked me as I was walking because I had to cross the road to be towards them. And I was like, I looked at them and I saw them looking, and then I was like, oh, I should keep my head down, not look at them, which is what you'd normally do. Like, if there's guys, if I have to walk past men in the street, just keep your head down, not look at them. Women, do you do that? A guy walks past, like, men walk past you, like, just keep my head down, like, or if you have to walk past a group of men or whatever, just keep your head down. And then I went, being told to smile, lots of men just smile. Imagine if they got told to them. Exactly, they wouldn't like it. They wouldn't like it at all. And so I didn't put my head down. I thought, I'm not putting my head down. I'm going to look up and keep looking where I'm going. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to not look at you. And I thought that will be more upsetting to like walk ahead and not look at them. Because you're like, not only do you not exist, not only do you not exist, right? But you go, I'm not going to change I'm not going to do this because that says, oh, I'm aware of you. Please don't engage. Please don't engage. Please don't engage. Engaging means smile, hi, you're right. But actually looking up and not engaging at all is like you don't exist, which I think is worse. I can't be careful what I put out on the what I got put out on here because the manosphere. Yeah, but when you look them in the eye, that's acknowledging them, isn't it? If you look them in the eye, I think that's also. I think it's thingy. I'm over creeps. Oh, I don't know what you want. Just go away. I've just blocked a guy. I just don't like his comments. I just don't want creeps. I don't want your attention. If you're a man, you're giving me lots of attention. I find it weird. I don't know you. I find it uncomfortable. I like engagement. I like engagement on here, but I like it with people that I know that are cool and normal. Like, if you're going to keep making comments, just go away. Is that alright, everybody? They were a bit odd, the comments. It's too much. Unnecessary. Just be cool and you can stay, okay? Like the cool kids. Just be cool and you can stay. Okay, gang, that's it for today, I think. Short but sweet. Thank you for joining me. He only has one video, bit of a lurker, did he? Yeah, there's too many creeps and weirdos out there, and I have clocked it, and I'm clocking it sooner. And if you're a faceless account, and if you're, I don't know, just like, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. And I don't know why, because I think the old reasoning is, oh, you've got to just allow things, protect your boundaries, like protect your own thingies, like protect it. But allow everything. And actually, my new thingy is like, no, I don't want to. Block. Because even though this is a open-ended forum, it's also, I want it to be like a safe space, like for me and my little audience communities, and my little sweet corns, like my little corn on the cobs. That's not going to be a nickname, by the way. It's going to be like, oh, should we wear t-shirts saying we were corns? No, okay. To be fair, it does feel like a safe space. That's cool. Thank you, Jackal. Do appreciate the safe space. That's good. Elux, just do you. It's your platform. Exactly, Elux. But all of you as well on your platforms do the same thing. Like, do what you want. Unicorn says she's got an interview in Luxembourg. That's exciting because my journey has inspired her to apply for jobs abroad. That's amazing. Good for you. I highly recommend it to everybody, guys. Go abroad. Just go abroad. Get abroad. And also what I find, and I shouldn't complain about it on here because it's, but what I find is I get men start following me right on here, and then they come once, and then they get really excited, and then they're really quite intense, and then they get offended that I don't engage with them, and then they disappear. I don't know what to say to that. I just find that I've found that to be a pattern. I found that to be a pattern. Unicorn is scared but super excited. It's meant to be scary. It's meant to be scary. Nobody says it's not scary. It doesn't mean. It's also, I was going to say, it doesn't mean it's not dangerous, but it is dangerous. Of course, it's dangerous. Leaving your house is dangerous. Going to your local hometown is dangerous. Everything can be dangerous. But I tell you something right now. You are not the same person when you go away as if somebody that never left. Some men seek instant gratification and lack patience. Spoken like a true sexual connoisseur. Exactly. Exactly, Elok's project. There is that thing, like, and I noticed it, where they like, have you listened to the new Kate Nash song? I love Kate Nash. Yes, I have. She's great. I want to pack a bag and just backpack travel. So, Jakey, tell me, why aren't you? Lauren says, I moved to France when I was 19, came back very different and wiser. Exactly, because here's the thing. Here's my thing, right? So me being in the States, have this as an example. I'm out here with this musical, really excited to start it next week. From next week, the next 5 weeks, we'll see what happens, gang. That's when hopefully things will start coming together. Hopefully. Worst case scenario, nobody comes, and by show 2 I have to cancel because nobody's bought any tickets, which is great, because then what the fuck have I spent 3 months out here doing? It's fine, it's part of the journey, because eventually the show will be a massive hit and this will just be part of the stepping stones to it. However, point is, when I left the UK and came out here, I said to myself, worst case scenario, you just come back. You just come back. And like my sister said, my sister's very wise and she's very practical. And she's like, if you're not happy where you are, right? If you're somewhere and you're not happy where you are and you're not earning that much anyway, you may as well go somewhere else and try it, because you're going to be in the same boat whether you come back or not. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're going to be in the same boat. So like here I'm going, oh my God, how am I going to make money? Like, how am I going to make money? How am I going to pay rent? And my sister's like, well, how would you in London? I'm like, well, I'd have to gig. She's like, well, there's your answer. You have to gig. And I'm like, okay. Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. She's a pragmatist. She's a pragmatist, but she's so right. She's so right. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, I'm tempted. I'm like, do I just stay out here for another 6 months? Somehow, I don't know how. I'm praying these next 5 weeks will blow up and the audiences will love it so much that I'll end up selling out show 4 and 5, 3, 4 and 5, and then people will go, you have to see the show, we really like it, I know who would love this, here's a venue in New York that will give you like a once a month show. That's what I would love to happen. That would be like I'd love that to happen. Or get every other audience member to sign up for your Patreon, and then in 3 months I've got 5,000 Patreon followers, and then I can go to New York, live in New York and rent there and try it for 6 months. That's what I'd love. Worst case scenario, I come back end of July. I'll be like, okay, where am I living? I'll have to find Airbnb for a week and then figure out where I'm going to rent and sort it out. You just have to sort it out. But you're capable. We're capable. I don't know, am I being paranoid? I have this weird fear about being a woman on the internet with all these opinions. I never used to feel like that. But there are psychos out there. I'm being very witchy. Before I go, there you go, ask any questions, because Lauren's travelled, Jakey wants to travel, but I'm sure a few of you have travelled. Anyone that wants to travel or wants to do stuff abroad, why don't you ask some questions and we'll answer them? Why don't you do that? Something that you're scared to, why don't you write on here? Actually, why don't you do that for me, guys? Why don't you write on here something that you're scared to admit to, that you'd like to do, that you haven't really told anybody, but like if you were like had a bit to drink, you were like, oh, what would I do? Question 1. What do people do for money? I am out here doing live streams every fucking day, trying to go to my Patreon channel because I don't know how the fuck I'm going to make any. That's what I'm doing, just in order to be able to have a roof over my head and put food on the table so I can go out and tell some jokes and write a musical. I have to figure it out. If I was in Europe, I would probably start teaching, and I would gig more, and I would write a book, and I would do this actually. In Europe, no, that's a lie. In Europe, I would do this. I would do the same thing. So there you go. I lived in Greece 4 years. It was crazy, amazing. Gareth says, I'd love to work in theatre. I just wish it was paid. Here's what I've got to say to you, Gareth. So does everybody else that works in theatre. I work in comedy. People were saying earlier, oh, what's it like TV and comedy? I don't fucking... There's no money in the arts. There isn't any. A very select few get paid very well. Everybody else just gets by. So I've got a friend of mine who's been wanting to work in production for the best part of 15 years since I've known her. And she, to this day, every time she has a job, she gets a new job like every couple of years. She hates it. She never likes it because what she wants to work in is production. And I'm like, well, go for it. She's like, yeah, but I can't afford it. Guess what? Nobody can afford it. Nobody can afford it. We do it anyway. Because I'm not sat there going, oh, I wish I had a different job. I'm sat there going, I wish I was fucking recognised for the job that I do. It's a very different problem to, oh, I wish I was doing that. I wish I was doing that thing. It's, oh God, I love what I do, but fuck me, it'd be nice if I got paid every once in a while. Like, it's a different thingy. Like, it just is what it is. Like, nobody has money. It's not like you go, oh, but you can just call your dad and he'll give you 10 grand. There is no dad with 10 grand. There isn't any. It's me going, oh fuck, how do you get a loan? What else can I sell? Fuck, okay, guys, does anybody want to buy does anyone want to buy some merchandise? Does anyone want to sign up to my Patreon? Like, you figure it out. But I would ask you, and this is not me being a liberal wanker, I would ask you, what's the higher price? Living with very little money and just within your means, but doing something that makes your heart sing, or doing something that pays you really well, but you're just like dead inside. Let me go back and read your comments. Elux Project. Imagine you're a film. What would you be telling the character to do? Okay, that's not a question that we're answering people's questions. Money comes and goes. Exactly. Easy come, easy go. Like, oh, I think money is attracted to me. Oh, I love money. Money loves me. Money fucking loves me. Money celebrates. Money can't wait to fucking kiss me. Money loves me so much. I see, I got a cowboy out. That's how much money loves me, because I'm a cowboy. That's the sign, because my Jesus is a cowboy. So you just made Jesus a cowboy, and Jesus is going to make me a fuck ton of money. You watch, boo, you watch. I'd start writing more. Lauren says, publish a book about my time in government and support women in politics. Lauren, listen, I don't know you, Lauren. I've only seen your interactions on here. Let me tell you now, I could absolutely see you nailing that. I could absolutely see you nailing that. So Lauren, here's what I would suggest. Take it or leave it. I don't, because I'm in a machine earning money. I'm really enjoying Substack right now. I'm really enjoying Substack. And it started because I wanted to do a Dear Diary. And I've always liked writing, but like my handwriting really messy and it's all like all over the place. And I have pieces of paper and I have books from years and years and years of different notebooks. And so then I started writing like a Dear Diary on Substack, but I didn't want people to know it was me that was writing it, because I didn't want to, like, I wanted to be able to talk about experiences honestly without people being like, oh, that's what he's doing, because people watch and whatever. Not everybody has best of intentions. But I also was like, but I want to share the stuff that's a struggle, and I want to share the stuff that's challenging, because I hope people that are interested and do care and do want to do go, fuck, she's fucking putting herself out there and she's trying really hard. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but she keeps fucking going. Like I need to see that, because I need to be reminded for that for myself. So I want to see it in other people. So I've been sharing Substack articles, and they get like 3 likes, 2 likes, 0 likes. But I'm like, but it's fine. I said like too many times there in one sentence. I'm behaving in a way that believes that in a year or two's time, that can be a collection of work that could go into a book. So I would start writing about your experiences now. Do what you love, fuck the money, as long as you've got enough to live. How do you stop yourself let me try and read your message without any grammar. How do you stop yourself talking yourself out of it before you do it? Sometimes even your own worst enemy. Unicorn, I love you, but you're not that special. Everybody's worst enemy. Like, that's part of it. Like, that's the most normal human thing. Like, that's not you being like, oh, I'm so weird. I'm such a weird, unique unicorn. No, you're just a regular horse, okay? Everybody feels like an outsider. Everybody feels like an intruder. Everybody feels like they shouldn't be there. You do it anyway. Because the voice to do it anyway is louder than the one, the voice of discomfort is louder than the one that goes, oh, but what if I shouldn't? This is good therapy, guys. Too scared to have a public opinion. No, Lauren, sorry. My important bit to add to that was you don't share it publicly. You have it anonymous and you keep it private. But it's for you to have a collection. Thank you, Louise, appreciated. I don't know anyone who has dreams that hasn't felt like giving up. Imposter syndrome feels like it has to be told to jog on. Exactly. Like these are not things that make you go, these are not things that you go, oh, I can't. Like, I wish people understood that is the point. Like, that's natural. Like, that's natural. That's why they say, well, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Oh, I know. It's really fucking hard. Yes, misunderstood. See? Alex knows. Oh, I think I scared off Unicorn because I said she's not that special and she's gone. She didn't hear the rest of my really empowering speech. Like, anything that's worth going for, any job that's worth going for, or any dream that's worth chasing, you're gonna feel like a fucking dickhead. Like, you're gonna feel like a twat. And there'll be lots of people that'll be like, you look like a twat. We don't like you. We don't. Fuck that. It doesn't matter. Do it anyway. Do it fucking anyway. Because they don't know what you know. They don't fucking know what you know. Did you just tie your hair up without a hair tie? It's one of my many skills. We don't talk about this enough. More people are honest, would be great. And then I think that's where money comes in, because money protects people and money provides security and money provides a system and money provides a structure. So people go, oh, I can be this, like, I can do this, like, on, you know. And actually you go, no. I can't pursue a musical idea because I haven't got money. Like, I can't not pursue it because I haven't got the money. I've written $1 million script. I have no agent to help me sell it. I've got no producer to help me sell it. I've got nobody fucking financially producing back of me. I have 546 patrons that are going, Louisa, we're going to give you £1 a month, some more, because we believe in your script. That's what I've got. That's who I hold on to, right? Because I know in my deepest bones that this is fucking epic. I know it is. I know what it takes to make a good show. I know what it takes to get an audience fucking to go wild. I know how to do it, and I've done it with this. Now, is anybody else on board yet? They're coming, okay? They will come. Is it scary? Yes. Is it challenging? Yes. Do you feel like, what the fuck are you doing, you idiot? Just go home. Yes, all the time. Am I still here? Yes. Love it and you're ace. Good. I'm glad you stayed. Good luck with the interview. Listen, it's just an interview for Luxembourg. Luxembourg's easy. You'll be fine. Oh, now Alex comes in with a topic. Okay, Alex says, I can never say this word, you'll hear their heels heading your way. Ah, isn't that my God? Like, my God heels. That's so nice. Alex says, I was I can't fucking say this word. Philosophizing over evolution and its application to gender and society. You can't just drop a fucking winger like that. Winger? You know what I meant. And then not, yeah, yes, I love Lauren. I love you guys. I love you guys. I need to practice my show now because I'm not practiced it enough. And I need to really practice it because I've just got to, whoever does come next week, the show's on Tuesday. Like I say, I hope I can get people in the room. And that they enjoy it and they see what I'm trying to do. I still think it'd be a good topic. Well, maybe tomorrow. Okay, maybe come up with some more specificity rather than just a generic evolution and gender. We need a line to follow because Alex, you're late, but I was saying that I think these live streams are a waste of time because I don't have anything good to talk about and I feel like they're boring. And I'm bored of them. I'm like, you've got nothing to talk about. And then it's funny because like 30 minutes in we find something really good to talk about, so that was a really good bit about chasing your dreams. But apart from that, mate, shall I email you? Don't give me more admin, Alex, okay? I don't need more admin. What I need is you to come up with specificity, and then tomorrow when I come on and say, has anybody got a fucking, you write it in the box. Some people email me and they're like, oh, you should email this person and ask them if they want to fucking... Why are you giving me more work to do? Why are you not emailing me going, here's the massage I booked for you? Okay? Don't do that either, please, because I'll be freaked out. It's a thing I never do, but to say I love teabagging, it's true. That's the worst thing I could do. Topic: writing advert for Louisa's intern. Yes, I like that. Evolution comes from needs rather than wants. Yes, but then evolutionary, I was thinking about this. Why do you have paedophiles? Because if everything has a thing, and why do you have paedophiles? Women have needs in order to survive and communicate. Like, why do we have like evolutionary? Like, and then I read an article on it. It's something about evolutionary and thinking like, why do we have psychopaths? Why do we have serial killers? Why do we have these things if it's evolutionary? And it was talking about yes, everything's evolutionary, but so is like cancer. So is like, because cells can go in any direction thingy, there'll always be a, but it's, yeah, anyway, that is a very important topic that we could actually cover that tomorrow, Alex. I might do some research and we could cover that. Lauren says we have serial killers because they've never been in a women's walking group. Alex says they haven't needed to develop the social skills because they just kill a person that disagreed. Well, where are we seeing that right now? Guys, please let this be a safe space. Please can this just be us forever, okay? But like 500 more of you, but apart from that. I've done my time. Do you know what? I'm really proud of us today because today was like a gig that you're like, just get off. It's not going anywhere. Just get off. And we didn't. Like, we stayed. Like, do you remember there's a point halfway in that we were like, let's just end it. And we didn't. I'm really proud of us. Struggle bus, and you got through it. Beep, beep. I really like, do you know what? I've just realised I've seen a line in the show and it goes, give it up for Mary, please, ladies and gentlemen. But it's me that says it, and I've just been playing Mary. I just give it up for myself. Give it up for Mary, ladies and gentlemen. And like, this is the last scene of the show. I just read it and I was like, that's really funny actually. I've never realised that I said that. Give it up for Mary, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm like, you're giving it up for yourself. Give it up for me, please, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's funny. Okay, guys, I'm going to sell merch on my show because I'm going to try a thingy. So at my show, I need to do, listen, intern, make notes. I'm going to sell these for a tenner, $10, right? $10. And then what I need to do is I need a Patreon thingy to be like, sign up now. So I need clear messaging to be like, sign up now to my Patreon. And what else do I need? I haven't seen that trend. No, Alex has asked me if I've seen the trend about talking to the wind on TikTok, and I haven't. Patreon QR code. Give it up for Louisa, ladies and gentlemen. I know it is saying like give it up for Louisa, ladies and gentlemen, even though it's not Louisa, like it's Mary Magdalene. But like I have just been Mary Magdalene for the best part of like 75 minutes, 80 minutes. And if you're like, well, show us your Mary Magdalene, I'm right here. Hi everybody, I'm Mary. I think I'd like to bring Louisa back. Louisa, oh thanks Mary. Guys, if you could just give it up for Mary. I love Mary Magdalene so much. She's my favourite character ever. Anyway. Thank you. Tomorrow we're going to talk about evolution and serial killers, apparently. Oh, guess what I did because of you lot? I made a fucking link tree. I put a link tree on my TikTok. So if you want to sign up to my Patreon, you go to my link tree. I put a link tree in my TikTok and in my Instagram because of you guys. Because you guys were like, oh, you need to do it. Like, sustainable swag, merch. I want a bumper sticker that says what would Mary Magdalene do. I think that'd be cool because they like bumper stickers here because everybody drives here, so they're quite big drivers. But I don't want to. It's more speculate to accumulate, and right now that's not the way we're going. So merch in the US, Gosm bumper stickers. I just said that. Did you just say that as I said that, Will? Did we say that at the same time? A Jesus cowboy hat. A Jesus cowboy hat. Yeah, I thought I could make a fuck ton of cowboy hats. I bought a cowboy hat in Austin. It was fucking $200. No, I got it for 130, 40. But it was like 200. like cowboy hats. Guys, when it's a big on, when it's a big full-on theatrical, can I DIY my own merch? No. Billy No Bum hats. No. Oh, a cherry to snack on, or your favourite cherry flavoured drink? No, but when I do a Valentine's party next, it could be cherry flavoured, couldn't it? It could be cherry flavoured. That's a good. Oh, okay. Question. Before I go, I bought some what's it called? Is it beef brisket? Like the beef chunks of beef things that you fry with carrots and onions and cucumber, celery. You know, the beef thingies, and then you put them and you cook them for hours and hours and hours and hours. Will, you're too late. You're making suggestions that are 15 years have been done 15 years ago. We do cocktails at every one of my shows. Sorry. Cocktails at my show. Actually, that's something that I've been doing for the last 15 years at all my shows. Yeah, when I have Valentine's parties, I do a curated cocktail menu list. That's something that I've done for a very long time. So yes. Hey girl. Hey Kay. Hey Kay. Magnificent. That was good, right? That was good. Gareth, I'm gonna punch you in the head. I'm excited to see you live. I'm excited to see you live, even though I don't know who you are. What's my point? I really wanted to ask you something and I forgot what it was, and then I have to go. Cherries. So, you know the beef thing, so you pan fry. Is anybody here like a chef? Right? Beef brisket, right? So you know you pan fry it and then you put it in the thingy and you get it the gravy and you get it la la. I'm pretty sure I saw a recipe where it said, to put Coke, like a can of Coke in with the thingy. Does anybody on board yet? Just let me know if this is a yes or a no. Coke in with the cherry thing, right? Can we focus on the topic at hand? However, you've heard of that before, but for gammon, okay, so maybe they put Coke in the thingy. Diet Coke ham was a thing, right? So American's idea. So question, I don't want to put it in Coke because it's too much sugar, but I do have cocktail cherries. So if I add cocktail cherries to my beef brisket, will that work? Sure, maybe try it. You need a lot of cherries. Okay, I'll try that. Guys, you're so cool. You're the coolest. You're all like, yeah, why not? Go for it. What could possibly? I think you could be like, no, absolutely not. You can't do that. But you're like, yeah, why not? Sounds rank, to be honest. You don't know, okay? My cherry flavoured brisket is gonna be delicious. Okay, gang. I'll see you tomorrow because I promised myself I would do this for 8 weeks. So I know I can't quit halfway through. Okay, that's not the eye of the tiger. The eye of the tiger doesn't go, it's the eye of the tiger, and then he just stuffed because he was tired. Like it doesn't. He keeps going. Okay, so don't go. I just joined. No, I've been here for over an hour. We do this every day at 10 o'clock UK time, which is the wrong time because I'm supposed to be growing a US audience. It's a bit of fucking... Anyway, stop complaining, okay? Be grateful. Show gratitude for my beautiful team. I'm gonna go. I will see you tomorrow. We're having a talk. You know what we're talking about. And girls, you're the best. Men, you're all weird. A lot of them, not all. No, a lot of them. I think women are weird too, though. I think some women are weird. Not me. I'm cool. Anyway, not all. Look at KJ joining in. Kay, you've missed them. We are weird. You are all weird. Good night. Yeah, bye. I don't know why are you staring at the fucking... I've got to go. I've got things to do. Probably. Cherry pie, my little sweet corns. My little corn on the cob sweet. That's not going to be a thing. Okay, let's be cool. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Sleep well. Big love. See you later. Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao. Bye-bye.